Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with EURUSD as normal, and you can see the trend is continuing at the moment. So a couple of things here. On the 8 hour, we are still technically in a downtrend. However, we have broken this trend line here. Moving averages haven't quite crossed over yet, so they are sort of how do I put it, starting to come together. But without that crossover, and look at the oscillators here with potential diversions. You can see there's a high, current high, previous high, lower high right now. A little bit shaky at the moment. So let's just get down to the hour and see what we have here. So a couple of things to bear in mind. We have a measured move up here of 121567. So obviously that's this head and shoulders here. Okay, so that is the one measured move. I just want to delete that. So that is still on the card. Look to the left and you will see right where price is at the moment, there is quite a lot happening. You can see quite a bit happening. So somewhere in the zone, I would expect some sellers to step in. Somewhere between 121267 and 121567. So on the 8 hour, trend is still down. On the we can actually delete this one. On the 1 hour, we have a trend reversal. So for me, let's just focus on the 1 hour right now, because I have a feeling we have a potential trend reversal coming, and we do have a measured move. So any pullback is to be bought into. Ideally, I would like to see 127.97, a pullback onto that, or alternatively, you can see the swing low here. Use this support, use this resistance. Not quite use this resistance all over the place there, so that would make sense as well. 129.73. So pull back on there, back up, and we are looking for 121.560 area. US dollar, Japanese yen, similar situation. It's on the 8 hour. We have a upward trend. So we were in a downward trend and we broke above the moving averages. We've come back, and remember, what I'm looking for is often looking for retests of the 155 EMA, and that may actually transpire. Look at my oscillators as well. Diversion starting to brew. See, there's a low, higher low, low, lower low. So a 50-50 call here for me on the dollar. You know, right now we are sort of heading, it's indicating dollar weakness, but the markets are tired as well, so I'm keeping my eyes open because I'm not convinced either way. So if we look at the US dollar, Japanese yen on the hour, we've had a break through the moving averages, we've had a crossover of the moving averages, and now it looks like we're having another crossover of the oscillators here. So for me, there is a little range here. There is a major level right over here at 104.410, 411. I would expect that to be tagged, and then we'll have to wait and see what transpires from there. So I'm not very keen on, let's do this on the 8 hour, on chasing a short here. There is a massive bit of consolidation here. Pretty much inverse head and shoulders as well. You could call that whole area a shoulder, or just this one a shoulder. This a head and this a shoulder. So we had this breakout, and it's not perfect. Let's bring it down. We had this breakout. We've got a bit of a consolidation. Often what happens is we come back onto the level. It does test all the moving averages. So I wouldn't be surprised to see buyers stepping here at 104.388. So yeah, that's just my view at the moment. Just watching on what's happening on the US indexes as well. There's something, it's looking tired. Indexes are looking tired. The dollar is pretty much a 50-50 move at the moment. So I think for me, money in pocket, there is a bit of a measured move to chase here. There is one to chase here as well, down to 104.388, but that's too close. So if you're not in on those trades, I think the wiser thing is to wait to see what transpires. See if we break through those levels or continue, or sort of bounce off them. If we bounce off them, that's going to confirm trend changes. Anyway, British pound, Japanese yen, trend is still up. We've been consolidating in this funny wedge format. But I think the point that we need to make sure that we all understand, there's a wedge or a channel, okay, and lo and behold we have another one forming. Up, consolidation, up, consolidation. So I suspect more of the same. What we're looking for is a higher low, and then we're looking for a break above this consolidation. That's pretty much what I'm looking for at the moment. And we can actually delete the diagonals and focus purely on the horizontal levels. So there's a swing low there. You can see was used as resistance here, used as support. We've broken through it late in the session yesterday. I would expect a retest of this area, 144.428. Failing that, we've got quite a few levels here. You can see in between, sort of here's a level, similar situation, but we did test it last night as 144.274. Could come back that way as well, but that's kind of the area that I'm looking to buy into. Just bring this trend line in here, oopsie, like that, and you will see back in this zone is a perfect area to be buying. So somewhere between 144.428 and 144.274 is a great area to be buying. Just watch out for the grouping of the oscillators here, and looking like with diversions, okay, high, lower, high, and that normally is a continuation down. Let's try and check if we tested this. No, we did test that breakout. So yeah, just be careful. I think watch what happens here. Do it on the 15 minutes. It'll probably be a little bit easier to see what's going to be transpiring. And you can see all this barbed wire in the close, but somewhere down in this area, great area to buy into and look for the long. I suppose we should look for where we're going to. Hey, for me, definitely this previous high, but I'd just watch that high because this is the big move up, consolidation. So I would almost expect, you know, if we break through this high here, I would expect that kind of measured move there. Something to around 146.068. Aussie dollar, US dollar, similar situation here to the other dollar pairs. We've broken through the channel. We haven't come back to test the channel. So that to me is the critical aspect. So first things first, we have a level here that we are at the moment. So again, if we get through, find support, then obviously I would expect us to continue. But there is a pretty big level here. You see support, 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 kind of resistance, support again. I would expect a pullback into some structure if this thing is going to continue. And I'm in two minds of whether it is going to continue. So trend is up at the moment. Trend is up on both the 8 hour and the 1 hour. So buyers did step in on the session yesterday. We're trying to push it down, but they did step in. So I suppose this, you should be looking to buy into this. And I don't see an opportunity lower down at the moment. I think if you get through 0.77432 and find support there, that would be an area to buy. Then you've got a nice stop and below the low of today, and expect a grind again, I would assume. But I'm staying away from the dollar pairs at the moment. Euro British pound trend is down. We do have this wedge, and by the longer this carries on, the more it's starting to look like a channel. So you can see we've had a couple of 8 hour sessions this week where we are rejecting this level here of 0.87944. So I think you probably see that we are building for a biggish move in one direction or the other. So for me at the moment, this is sideways. Stay away from this. There's nothing really worth trading here. That's the upper end of the range, 0.87944. This is the bottom end of the range, 0.87635. So one of those levels is going to have to go before we start looking at that. But when you see price action like that, that is just that's ranging. It's sideways. There's nothing really there. British pound, New Zealand dollar. So we had the wedge yesterday, and we've got a measured move here of 193139, which breaks above this pretty strong area of 191591. So for me, wedge break is on. We kind of got a retest of it here as well. So we had a good move up, bounce off moving averages, back down. I want to see a pullback again for some structure. So that would be the closest bit of structure at the moment is 197.85. So there's my level, 197.85. If we can come back there during the session, and we could possibly just drop a little bit lower as well. Kind of messy, but somewhere in this area here. That would also make sense with the moving averages. So that would be 195.41. So I'm looking for a pullback. I'm looking for a higher low to form, and then looking for an opportunity to buy into this. First target being this high here, which is 191.591. And if we get through that, then I'm looking at this target here, 193.139. Which would be the measured move of the wedge. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.